Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. How are you today? We are in the energy of the new moon. So this is new beginning, fresh start. I like to see the beginning of a moon cycle as like wiping the slate clean. Sometimes it can be that you're moving along something from a previous moon cycle, especially if there's anything residual that you still need to overcome from that, because we don't just get our intentions straight away. Sometimes there is work that needs to be done around them. But I've got some moon cards on here, and what I want to do today is see where is your energy right now. What is going on in that mind, and what is going on in that heart, and what is affecting you from the lower cauldron. So well, it looks like we're looking at those two, doesn't it? Okay, or three. Nah, I'm going to start again. If they come out, then it's meant to be, but that was just my thumb having an attack, I think. So let's see. Where is the energy of the person that's watching this video right now? What do they need to know? What are they focusing on right now? So we're looking for deeper meanings into the way you're feeling at this time. I have heard from a lot of people at the moment that they're feeling a little bit lethargic, maybe a little bit lacking of inspiration and ability to move forward with desires, with dreams, with we've got commit on the bottom, so maybe that's something to do with it. I'm going to take that one because that might be about where you have had a plan in the past. Maybe you've set an intention in the past that hasn't actually materialized or manifested. So you might want to think about where there's been something that you've wanted to achieve but you haven't quite got there yet. It's like there's threads of things that just incompleted tasks is what I want to say on that one. You've got compassion on the bottom there. So are you being good to yourself? Are you being gentle with yourself? Are you allowing yourself time to recover? Or are you beating yourself up? So we've got commit and approve. So for many of you, I feel that there's an element of watching yourself a lot as to, what other people think of you. What is this person thinking about me? What is this person feeling about me? What is my true path? Relax. That's also not, I'm going to take that one. So relax. Just relax. Chill out, man. Stop beating yourself up. Stop making things so difficult for yourself, because you are exactly where you need to be right now. And I know people say that and it's like, ooh, great. What's that supposed to mean? You have made a choice this new moon, whether you know it or not, that you are going to make a commitment of some form. Okay, you've made a decision and you've approved it, and your guides have approved it. They have approved it. So you need to relax now. You need to relax and understand that this is now within divine timing. I knew this room was going to come out around this. Manas. I knew this room was going to come out because with the approve card there, what this is talking about, you at the moment, and I've been talking to some of you in this collective for a little while now, some of you are very focused on what other people think about you and how you are appearing to the world right now. And that makes me feel sad that, even though you've done a lot of inner work, even though you've kind of come to a conclusion of sort of like, well, I am the way that I am. Why am I like that? There's possibly many reasons why you're like that. It could be childhood wounding. It could be the way you've been treated through your life. What makes it a bad thing? What makes it a negative thing? You are you. And you know deep down who you are. It doesn't matter what somebody else perceives you as, You think about it. If you look at the people in your life who you've met, whether it's been a brief meeting or you've known them for a long time, they will all have different opinions of you. Some will absolutely love you and tell people that you're an amazing person. Others will have a different idea of you because it's based on their experience of you, and that's basically it. You will either be approved or disapproved of based on that person's experience of you. And let me tell you something. That person's experience of you probably has absolutely nothing to do with you and your personality and the way that you are. It has everything to do with them. Okay? So this is guiding you to relax. You've chosen a path that you want to commit to. Now, if there are people along that path that you feel don't like you or don't want to know you, that's their problem. You can't go through your life worrying about what other people think of you or feel about you. And if somebody brings it to the table that they have a problem with you, talk about it. Hear them out. Ask them, what is your problem with me? What is your problem? And when you can start to understand what that is, you might be able to move through it. No problem anymore. Okay? Or you might find out that actually it's a you problem. It is majorly a you problem and it has nothing to do with me. Okay? That is usually the case. But you talking about it to this person might actually help them to understand where this problem is coming from in them. You may be a light worker, and when I say light worker, what I mean is your energy has the ability to help people transform in their lives. That's what I'm feeling from that. We have Perthrow as well. So this is a time for you. This has come out a lot lately about there's a need to take a risk. That you need to trust in what you are guided towards, because you are in a place of awareness right now. And this awareness is bringing you into a space of this commitment. Committing to, it's funny because we're in Pisces energy, aren't we, right now? And there's fish all over that. There's a lot of abundance. That was the rune I picked yesterday. It was like a lot of abundance, a lot of good luck in the air at the moment. And you can pull on that. You can bring that towards you by, committing to yourself. That almost looks like a sunflower on there. And sunflowers, who doesn't like a sunflower? Sunflowers are just the epitome of happiness. Even the seeds are happy. Even the seeds look like tiny little badgers, don't they? They just look good. Maybe you look good. Maybe you need to remember that you look good. You need to, I don't know what I'm going on with that one, but it's something about you worrying about how you present to the world. You look good. You sound good. If you saw yourself how your biggest fans saw you, you wouldn't be feeling this way right now. You'd be leaping out that door and taking that chance without a thought. Where is that version of you? What happened to them? Are they having a cup of tea right now? Are they still in bed? Don't knock the door, wake them up, come on. Oh, happy Mother's Day as well to anybody out there who is a mum right now. And that might be an aspect of your journey at this point, is if there are other influences and things that you feel are maybe making you feel a bit tired at the moment, if you've got a lot on family-wise and things like that. But don't ever neglect yourself. Don't neglect your needs for you. We have Nordies. This one's come out recently as well. So this is soul needs. And it's interesting. I was just talking about that when I was talking about the mothers out there. This is taking a chance towards something that is quite a deep need of yours. It's almost like this can represent like a primal will. So if there is something within you that's a desire here, and I keep saying the word desire, it's like there is a desire, there's a passion, there's an inspired action that you need to take that is driving you towards a commitment, and your spirit guides approve. They are opening the doors for you. So if you're seeing lots of signs and synchronicities that are making you maybe think about this particular thing, it's guiding you. It's trying to guide you to make that decision for yourself. But ultimately, you're the one that has to take the chance and make the decision. And for many of you, it's a scary prospect making this decision, because I feel like it means sacrificing some areas. It means making a choice. It can mean there's, going to be a time of juggling certain aspects, especially if it's a transition from one thing to another. For some of you, I feel like I'm talking about jobs, for instance, coming away from something that has been stable or like a regular income. And if you leave that behind and you drop into this, it gives you more time to focus on this. But you're feeling like, but I haven't got that regular income coming in anymore. But think about this. When you decide, right, I'm stopping that right now, it actually forces you to put more time and attention into this. Whereas if you've always got this cushy number over here, you're never going to make that jump. You're never going to make that choice, because you're always sat in your comfort zone. We have two paths, comfort or growth, and you have to pick one. You have to pick one. So let's see what the tarot cards are going to tell us about this today. Okay. I can't shuffle today, can I? I cannot shuffle today. There is something wrong with my thumbs. Don't know what that is. So let's see. Who's feeling restless right now? Who's feeling like they've got itchy leg, itchy feet, wanting to go off and do things? Ooh. And someone's feeling a little bit, you've been in a space of introspection. You've been very much in your own little world right now. And that's where Manas has started to awaken you, illuminate things. It started to get you more aware of what needs to change in your life. And I feel like you've had quite an awakening with this, because the hermit energy, it's like that light within you is starting to shine out, but nobody's seeing it because you're not allowing anybody to see it. You're not reaching out for what you want. You're staying in your own little role play in your mind as to the scenarios of how this can play out. It's time to stop role playing now. It's time to get out on the stage and actually put it out there, what you want to do. You know, darkness doesn't have to be scary. Darkness doesn't have to be drastic or anything to be feared. And when you are so aware of yourself, it doesn't matter how dark it is, your light will always shine brightly from the inside out. And I feel many of you, you have a bright light. You just don't believe in yourself enough to shine it. You don't. And I'm not just saying that to try and pick you up some on a Sunday afternoon. This is for you to realise you're not as bad as you think you are. You're not as hated as you think you are. And if you're constantly feeding that wolf of fear that's telling you you can't do this, or you're not good enough for this person, or you're not good enough to do this, or these people don't like you, if you're constantly feeding that one, then this one's getting weaker. And this is the one that wants to bring you up, that wants to say, look, man, you've got it. You are the best version of yourself right now. You've got a lot going for you. Yeah, you might fuck up sometimes, but we all do. Yeah, you can't help that. We all do. But it's how you deal with that that makes the difference. And constantly going within, sitting with yourself, doing the inner work, but never actually getting in the arena again, isn't really doing the work. Okay? There's a reason why there are like Zen monks that live on the side of mountains to reach enlightenment. You can't be enlightened and live in the real world. You can't. You need to be away from civilization, but you can learn through enlightenment how to manage and observe yourself and be more aware of yourself and how you go about things. That's an awakened way of living. We have the Ten of Pentacles on here. So if you were to take a chance and you align yourself with a commitment that's aligned with your soul needs, and I do feel for some of you it is actually a primal will. It's something calling you back to roots. It's calling you to a simpler way of being, a simpler way of thinking and doing, an inspired action. And it leads to the Ten of Pentacles. And this Ten of Pentacles, it's very fulfilling. It's just affluence. It's, you know, for some of you, I feel that you have been around drumming at the moment, or you're thinking about drumming. I do know some of you that are actually about to birth a drum, possibly watching this. But there's something about this, perhaps a shamanic path that you're looking at. And there's something about children on your mind right now, whether this is a want for children yourself, or working with children. But there is a desire to be around family environment at this time. And what you're being guided here, what is being approved on here, is that you do have the ability to do that. But there's a fear. I'm getting something about fear on that, as to what it seems like what other people think about that. What do other people think about it? Okay. But it is a wish fulfillment of yours. And actually, maybe, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. So some of you, this is very affluent. I do feel you are going to be coming into some money. I feel like you are going to be doing something that actually makes you feel very supported, very stable. This is kind of like the energy of the Hierophant on this one. It's like taking some lessons and paying it forward. So for some of you, this could actually be going into teaching, becoming a teacher of some form. And there's this, you've been wishing for this. This has been an intention from some time ago, I feel. And children is something to do with that. It's very, very much about children and there being this supportive environment. It's not just children, though, it's spirituality as well. There's a link there with those. Now, in the past, I feel that you may have run away from these kind of environments, been on your own, kept away from things, not really shown your full self. But you're coming into a time now where you are being called upon to be more aware of yourself and the journey that you are on and what you bring to the table, especially for people around you and especially for children. You have something to offer there, is what I'm getting from that. Queen of Pentacles is on the bottom as well. So this is nurturing energy. This is like somebody who is very sure of themselves, self-made, doesn't really need or want for anything on a financial level, but has this real nurturing energy. It's a very Mother Earth kind of energy, very similar to the Empress. So let's see what is the final word. I'm not going to get all those out, but we just saw the Queen of Wands on there as well, which is about passion. It's creativity, confidence, power, and the Page of Cups as well. So this is like bringing out your inner child. There's parts of you that I feel are going to really work with this quite well. I do feel like this is becoming a little bit of a specific reading for somebody on here. So if that has been your wish fulfillment, it doesn't necessarily have to be working with children, but it's something definitely about children. Maybe you've had a realisation that you would like children. Let's have a look at these. So we've got the Sun. This is inspiration, joy. Again, it's another fulfilling element of this. But let's see what the other ones are as well, because there's quite a slow energy on there with the Chariot in reverse. So there's something about perhaps not believing in yourself. There's a divine masculine there. So I do feel for some of you, you may be the masculine. Yeah. And there's having courage and communication too. So it's like you need to be courageous over something here. I feel like for some of you, this could be actually being a public speaker or starting to speak out. Being able to be heard and having the courage to do that. And this is through, again, that portal of being a healer. So it might be healing through your words, actually, and what you bring to the table in that sense. Now you are manifesting this. You are bringing this. You've got two cards here that are about manifesting hopes, wishes, dreams. That's what they're all about. And you have got the strength. You've got the ability. If you needed to know that, then know it. But you are being asked by your guides to commit to yourself at this time. You've got to be very certain on what this wish is that you want to fulfill, because it does have the potential to bring you satisfaction. It does have the potential to bring you permanence here, like something stable in your life. But you have to admit to yourself and commit to it that this is definitely what you want. Because we've got the Chariot in reverse here, which you can feel sometimes like you're always going in the wrong direction. And I feel like what you're hiding from in terms of like trying to avoid this, it's actually taking you in the wrong direction. And you're starting to feel that now. You are becoming aware of that this direction is not taking you where you need to be or want to be. It's actually taking you further down this hermit energy that's like leaving you feeling a little bit lost on there. So if you were to take this chance, if you had the courage to go forward with this, you know, being this influential person that you know you can be and you want to be. What is the outcome for this lovely reader today? What is the outcome for this? Because I hope you're getting excited, because you should be getting excited about the prospects of what your life could be. You need to dream bigger, way bigger than you ever have before, because you haven't been. You really haven't been, and you've been, I'm going to say this, might trigger somebody, but you've been oversensitive, very oversensitive. You've been blocking your creativity and maybe acting a little bit childish at times, holding on far too dear to something that actually, does it really fulfill you now? Does it really give you anything? Or is it just holding on? And I'm feeling for some of you, this could be a plan that you had over the next 4 years, potentially. A plan for what you were going to do or where you were going to be. And something's changed, and it's about family. We've got Othala in her earring there. You're listening now. Your guides are giving you something that's all about a different environment to what you've been used to before or what you've been thinking about before. You were always looking at life like this. Being singular, being on your own, travelling through like that. But it doesn't have to be that way. So this is asking you to let go. It's asking you to let go and drop into something far more worth it for you. So, and it leads to this 10 of Cups energy, which is a complete and utter fulfillment. Life in balance, everything that you've ever wanted, everything that you've ever needed. As it's the cups as well, there's an emotional balance to this too. It's all of the colours. This is making me think, it's like an energy of working with the energy centres, the chakras system. There's definitely something there, mixing spirituality with working with children. So I'm going to leave that reading there for now, because I've got a client coming in a moment, and I hope this finds you well. And if you would like to book in for a personal reading, I would love to chat with you. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a blessed day.